Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. We're going to be starting a new chapter, chapter 2, analyzing plot and theme in a memoir. Now, I'm just going to do it quickly. A memoir is a story about the author's life, written, but it's written in more of in a loosey-goosey sort of way. That is a horrible way to define it, so let me explain. So a memoir retells a certain section of a person's life, the story of that part of their life. For example, when I was in college, I studied art and I had friends, and if I wanted to tell the story about my life in college, I would use, that would be a memoir. Additionally, memoirs, contrary to autobiographies, tend to be more relaxed. You still use standard English, they still use proper nouns and proper way of speaking and writing, but they tend to be more liberal in the way of expressing themselves. Like my friend Tony instead of Antonio, my buddy, my girlfriend Mary instead of Maria, or using their full name, such as that. So yeah, I'm gonna read through pages 23 and 24. And we're just gonna give you the exercises. Page 23. We're gonna be using the regular book, Connections, okay? Chapter 2, analyzing plot and theme in a memoir. Preview concepts. As a reader, it is important to choose a wide variety of books to read from different genres. Genre refers to a category or type of writing. Categorizing written works into genres helps us organize and compare texts. A genre is a type of book, or a type of movie, or a type of a song. For example, The Avengers is a movie, and its genre would be superhero movie. Moby Dick would be fiction, right? That's its genre. The Lord of the Rings would be fantasy, and so on and so on. It's a category. It's the name of categorizing. It's a French word that means género. Here are some genres to consider when selecting your next great read. Memoir. This type of writing is more focused than an autobiography or biography. In a memoir, the writer narrates the details of a specific event or memorable shorter period of time that occurred in his or her lifetime. Memoirs may contain multiple themes. It's important to take into account memoirs such as The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisnero and Ugly by Robert Hodge are centered in one particular subject, part in the person's life. Okay? Now, on the other hand, biography. This type of writing gives a detailed account about a large portion or the entire life of a person, including facts about birth, childhood, education, career, personal life, and death. It is usually written in a chronological order. This life story is written by another person. Biographies are always written by a third person, another person. For example, my wife could write a biography about me, but if she wanted to write her biography, would be autobiography. Okay? Which is the next one. Some examples of biographies are Beatrice Gormley's Nelson Mandela, South African Revolutionary, and Steve Jobs, The Man Who Thought Different by Karen Blumenthal. Next, we have autobiography, which is very important. Truck passing by. This type of writing, autobiography, includes the same information as a biography, but is written by the person himself or herself. It covers longer periods in the author's life. Dreams from My Father, that's Barack Obama, our former president. I Am Malala, the girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban, by Malala Yousafzai. She is a wonderful person. You should read about her. She is a student that was literally shot in the face by the Taliban because she wanted to go to class. And, she was a girl. The next one, it's narrative. Now, narrative nonfiction, or literary nonfiction, also known as, this genre uses literary styles and techniques to create a factually accurate narrative. Narrative nonfiction can be about a person or an event. Different from a memoir, it is written by someone who researched the events but did not actually experience them. Simply put, it is fact-based, engaging, and compelling storytelling. A good example of these could be Amelia Lost, The Life and Disappearance of Amelia Earhart by Candace Fleming, and Lincoln's Grave Robbers by Steve Shinkin. I'm going to give you a kind of a weird example, but a literary nonfiction could be, a good example could be Hamilton, the play. Below each of the genres lists two or three books that would fit that category. You may want to get some idea from your library website or online book recommendation sites such as goodreads.com. I'm going to write that. You can check books that are to answer in this little exercise on this website, goodreads.com. Of course, ask for permission from your parents before going into there. Based upon your research and your friends' recommendations, put a star by the book you would most likely read. Like, once you give me the example, right, of narrative nonfiction, if it's something that you would be interested in, just add a little star next to it. Like I don't know, I want to say in a memoir, it would be, who would I like to read? I don't know. That it's okay. So just do a little. There you go. A little star like that, next to the book you would like to read. Finally, we have the little table on page 24. Making connections. Identify each of the following titles as biography with a B, autobiography with an A, memoir with an M, narrative nonfiction with two N's, or rather, each label will be used once. So you have 4 examples. Number 1, how Angel Peterson got his name by Gary Paulsen. The story of Paulsen and his friends who pull hilarious and dangerous stunts to entertain themselves and impress girls. Number 2, Trapped. How the world rescued 33 miners from 2,000 feet below the Chilean desert by Mark Anderson. A true, miraculous survival story about the miners and the rest who collaborated to make it happen. Number 3, Knots in My Yo-Yo String by Jerry Spinelli. The author tells his touching and humorous story spanning from his first memories through his high school years. Number 4, Some Writer, the story of E.B. White by Melissa Sweet. The author mixes White's personal letters, photos, and stories to tell the story from his birth to his death. That's about it. That's the 2 pages we're going to be working on. This is just the introduction. We're going to be working a little bit faster later on. Once you've done that, send it to me so I can review it and grade it and give you points and other stuff. So thank you again for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye-bye.